did you just order like a new custom bass? Like,
Yeah, that was my Dingwall bass. That was my gift to myself for graduating from a master's degree. Um, because actually I hadn't bought a bass in a long time. Um, I have this is my Lakeland P bass.
nice.
This is probably the bass that I use the most.
I have a red square that looks really like that one, but probably costs
Yeah.
about 10% the price of it.
I didn't even want to buy this bass, the Lakeland, but I went to a store, and because my friends who are guitar players wanted to check some guitars, and I was like, I'm gonna come along just to mess around, check out some basses, but I'm not gonna buy anything. And then I went, and then I played this one, and I was like blown away. I was like, it's too good. And we went back. I went back home, and the idea of the bass is stuck with me for a week. Then I went back and tested it again, and then I was like, this bass is too good.
What can you put your finger on it? Like, what makes, like, when I look at that bass, it's a P bass. What makes it better than a square P bass, the Lakeland one?
Well, wait a sec. For me, the cool thing about this is that the body is a tiny bit slimmer overall than a regular.
It kind of has
bass.
like a Music Man bridge. That's what it looks kind of like.
It's similar. Yeah, it's a big chrome bridge. There are no mutes here. It's just a regular bridge, but the body is a bit more compact than a regular P bass. And one thing that I love is the way they've made the contour here. It's really comfortable, and the neck profile is a jazz neck profile.
Okay,
so it's slimmer.
nice.
And it's a very slim here. I mean, it's probably one of the nicest neck profiles.
It's probably
I've
like my
played.
Aerodyne, which has a jazz neck and a slim down body as well.
Yeah, those are also great basses, for example. The only downside for me about this one is that it weighs a lot. But I love it. It plays wonderfully. It's had a nice action. The frets are great. It's plecked as well, but it just weighs too much for me. I noticed, a gig, like a 1 hour gig, and I was already noticed like here pushing on my shoulder.
Really? Yeah, I play the Aerodyne at all my gigs, so it doesn't weigh much, so never have that problem.
Yeah. But that's what for me at least, was the advantage of that against a Squire, for example, right?
And then, but now you have the Dingwall. That was your new purchase.
Yeah. That was, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of money for a bass.
You don't want to say how much
almost, I paid almost $4,000 for that. It is a lot of money.
You're going to be like that joke, the musician who drives around in a €300 car with €4,000 worth of equipment.
Yeah, definitely, man. But I was like, I've got a master's degree. I finished this stuff. I wanna get one nice bass because I've always wanted to have a custom instrument just the way I wanted it to be, and I made a savings plan to pay for that. So I was not like I didn't put it on a credit card and I'm in debt. So, but I made a plan. How much can I save each month? How am I gonna save each month to be able to pay for it? So that's what I did.
Well, you're a professional musician, like I have friends who are builders, like, and they'd have thousands and thousands of euro worth of tools in their van. So that's a good justification.
Yeah, I mean, it is a nice justification to put it that way. But it's an amazing instrument. I still haven't played that much because I don't know why. I mean, it is amazing. But the thing is that I kill strings super fast, and I don't want to kill them too fast because I haven't ordered new strings yet. So, but the little I've played it's just so smooth. The action is amazing, and it's got a Wenge neck with lumen lace, so you can see in the dark. You can see the positions in the dark. But it's a lot of money, and to be honest, I think you don't necessarily need a custom bass. You can get away with a Squire P bass or something cheaper.
Is that fan fret as well, the Dingwall?
Yeah.
What's the story with that fan fret thing? I'd say a lot of people have never even played one. Like, how does it affect the tone or the playability, or what's the point of it?
um, you gotta think about it as like a piano, that the upper strings, the higher strings, have a shorter scale length, and the bass strings have a longer scale length. So that evens up the tension of the strings and also gives you a more even tone. And Dingwall offers two main types of instruments, so to speak. There's the Super Series, which is based on traditional Fender basses, the Super P and the Super J. And there's the other series, like the Afterburner, the C.
They're the ones that are in the crazy colors, like the crazy yellow and stuff.
Yeah. Those ones have a longer scale length. The G string on those is like a regular 34-inch scale. And the B string on a 5-string is 37. So you get a much longer B string. And that allows you to be able also to use a smaller gauge on the strings and still retain the tension. And you have more balance across strings.
Okay.
So you get a really pristine sound, very clear definition of the notes, even in lower tunings.
And was it much different in the hand compared to a normal bass when you picked it up first?
It depends on what you play. I used to have one of the longer scale ones, and I'm a short guy. I don't have huge hands, and it was a bit of a stretch for me. But the Super Series is a bit shorter. It's actually a medium scale on the G string. It's a 32-inch, and the E string is 34.25. So 34 and 1/4 of an inch. So it's a tiny bit longer than a regular E string. And that is that is really, really comfortable. And you don't really have to look at the fretboard. You get used to it extremely fast. Other if you have to solo or play chords up the neck, then you have to practice a bit, just change your hand position a bit.
Yeah.
But you barely notice it. It's like second nature.
So you like it? You think it's a winner, like that fan fret thing?
Yeah, I really like it because it has a lot of benefits. Like I said, even tension, you get a very pristine sound, a lot of definition, and the quality of the instruments that Dingwall is putting out is amazing. It's just mind blowing how good the setup is, how good the attention to detail is. So if you can test one of those, I definitely recommend.
Where are they from, Dingwall?
From Canada.
Okay. How did you were like talking directly to the factory over a few months, telling them exactly what you wanted? Is that how it went?
No, you have to order the bass through a dealer, and you can see some of the options that you can order from the website, or you can ask your dealer for a spec option list. And each instrument has like a bass, bass configuration. So, I don't know, for example, the Super P comes with an alder body wood, a maple neck, a Wenge fretboard, and, stuff like that. And then there's up charges for some of the other options. So I picked, for example, a swamp ash body, a Wenge neck as well. Then I also picked block inlays, which are a bit more expensive than dots, which are free.
Yeah, the blocks are cool, they're pure 70s.
Yeah, blocks are awesome. Yeah, blocks are awesome. I also picked the loom inlays because I don't know if it's happened to you, but sometimes you're on stage and it's completely dark because the lights are out, right?
Oh, it happens at festivals a lot. You're in a field in the middle of nowhere, and it's really dark. You just can't see anything. And then your hands are cold as well. It makes it even harder.
Yeah, and then you gotta find your way around the fretboard, and by having the dots there, they light up in the dark, so you can at least see where you are.